Most Gen Xers are not broke because they failed. They're broke because the rules changed and nobody told them. Look, you work hard, you show up, you do what you were taught to do. But somehow the finish line keeps moving. Retirement costs more, groceries cost more, gas costs more, and the paycheck that used to feel stable now feels like it disappears the second it hits the bank account. That's why so many people feel frustrated right now. Not because they're lazy, not because they made bad choices, but because the old plan was built for a different world. And deep down, a lot of people know it. They know they need another stream of income. They know they need something flexible. They know relying on one paycheck feels risky now. But here's the problem. Most people think building extra income means more stress, more tech, more confusion, more selling, more chasing people around online. That's exactly why they stay stuck, because they think freedom has to be complicated. But what if it didn't? What if building online income looked more like following a proven blueprint instead of trying to reinvent the wheel? What if you could learn how to build something automated, step by step in just a couple focused hours a day? That shift changed everything for me. I stopped looking for hype. I stopped looking for shortcuts, and I started looking for systems, simple systems, automated systems, systems designed for regular people who want more freedom and flexibility before retirement shows up. Because the truth is, the internet has changed everything. You no longer need a huge following. You don't need to cold call people. You don't need to pressure friends and family. You just need the right message, the right system, and the willingness to finally start. And honestly, I think a lot of Gen Xers are closer than they realize. Not because they suddenly need to become influencers, but because they already have something valuable. They have life experience, work ethic, consistency, and people skills. The problem was never that Gen X couldn't succeed online. The problem is nobody showed them a simple way to do it. That's why I share what I do now, because I truly believe people deserve another option before retirement. Something that creates more flexibility, more breathing room, more control over their future. And if you've been feeling that pressure lately, if you've been sitting there wondering, there has to be something more than this, maybe this is the sign to stop waiting. Because the people who build freedom later in life usually have one thing in common. They finally decide to stop depending on one paycheck to carry their entire future. If you want to learn more about the system that I use and the blueprint that I follow, click the link in my bio and watch the free video. It might open your eyes to a completely different way of thinking about income, freedom, and retirement.